this hobo pack is, like all hobo packs, it's made with aluminum foil. And crimped. And you can put this on the grill, you know, or you can put it in the oven. And I think we've used 3. I've split this recipe in 2. So I'm not using the 24-inch aluminum foil that's called for in the recipe. I don't have that big of a baking area. I don't have that big of a cookie sheet, so there wasn't any need to do that. And I split the recipe in 2. And this is like super simple, guys. This is nothing but, again, opening up your nice fun mushrooms and pouring them into the middle of the aluminum foil. There's 2 pieces of aluminum foil here so the juices don't escape. So there's that. And move the marsala out of the way. This is the chicken. It's just keeping warm. I'm going to move this up to the top and turn this one off. Okay, so I can use this cutting surface a little bit. Excuse me. All right. So for this hobo pack, got the mushrooms in the middle of this foil. Kind of make a area like that. And this is kind of like a plate. And you take your onion. Can everybody see this? All right. This is red onion. And what I'm going to show you is how to just make little bitty wedges. And that goes into the hobo pack. Lots of times if I'm in a hurry, I just take off the first layer of onion instead of messing with the skin. Just move that off the side. Now, onions have all these nice little ridges on them anyway, so it's a good thing to follow. You take a little bit of the root end off, not a lot, just a little bit, so it still stays together. And then you just go through and just cut all the way through to the end, so you make little wedges. And these are these are nice to have anytime you're making roasts. Just little onion wedges. Okay, and then 2 cloves of garlic. I'm just going to move it off of this so I can bash it just a little bit. Just a little bit, just enough to get the skin off. There's actually garlic keepers that you can get. But they need to have air circulating around them. So if you have a pair of pantyhose, you store garlic. You can hang garlic. You know, you can make garlic braids, and you can hang them. They don't really like the refrigerator all that much. And you want to try to get to. I got to take my gloves off to do this. I'm sorry, because I'm thinly slicing. I'm going to be thinly slicing this. and I can't feel it if I've got my gloves on. So, but it's going to be cooked, y'all. So. Okay, so you want to kind of thinly slice, and even this little guy has it's already sprouting on the inside. That's okay. I always cut the end pieces off of the garlic because it's just tough, and I don't like to hit that when I'm eating. Lots of people, when they shave garlic really thinly, they'll actually have a dedicated razor blade to do this with. They don't allow us razor blades at Food City.
Sell them here.
Okay, now I'll put my gloves back on. Wash my hands. At this point, I'm going to add a little olive oil to this, just a drizzle. Can you guys smell that, Marsala? Can you smell this sauce? And it's starting to reduce down. You need to crank it up just a little bit. All right, so I've got mushrooms, I have garlic slivers, I have onion wedges, a little salt and pepper, a little olive oil, and it's a prosciutto class, so got to put the bacon in. This is the only time that this stuff is cooked, actually. It's prosciutto. Everything in here is going to be prosciutto. I've not cooked any bacon or any pancetta tonight. Can you guys see me if I'm over onto the side like this? You can? Okay. So you want to kind of delicately get this prosciutto off the paper. See how beautifully thin sliced this stuff is? And you want to get a fairly good amount, 3 or 4 slices. And you have to be really careful with getting it off the paper because you're going to kind of sliver it anyway. So what I like to do at this point is I like to roll the prosciutto. And then, sorry?
That part we cannot.
Okay. Can you see me now?
Yes.
Okay, now you sprinkle the prosciutto on top of the onions and the garlic. Yum, and the mushrooms. Doesn't this look wonderful? It's so good. You can do that, you can just tear it if you prefer. So you can see that this prosciutto is going to flavor all these mushrooms and onions, and you can just imagine that this would be wonderful with steak on the grill, with a nice, with with a nice rich Bordeaux wine. It'd be really wonderful. And now I get another piece of aluminum foil and place it on top. Then I make a packet. I'm sorry? Thank you so much. The spinach.
I thought I read that.
Yes, ma'am. I forgot the spinach. You're very thankful. Thank you very much for helping me with that. We have spinach to put on top. As you see, I'm not looking at my recipes right now. Okay. Yes, spinach. We're having a big green meal tonight. You just pile the spinach right on top. Then just thank you so much. All right, now I usually start from 4 sides first. This is such a simple hobo pack. I'm not really worried too much about it. There's not a lot of liquid going on in here yet. So I'm not worried about containing too much of this right now. You can do whatever you want. If you're going to use this is going in for 25 minutes, so you can do bacon. You can do whatever makes you happy.